Hello everybody and welcome to the sportiest stream. Nice to see you all here tonight. We've got a best of 7, only one series for you all to see, but one of LOS chips. Actually the same division we just saw for last week in the round of 16. We get to see this week in the quarterfinals, the top 8 here. It's AEY taking on New Age Gladiators. The Gladiators are a new roster we've actually not seen on the stream before. AEY though are actually not, we've seen them in the in LOS before, not Blackline, in LOS champs before. That was a very long time ago. Roster hasn't changed all that much. In fact, they've added in only one player since we last saw them, which was quite a while ago. That player being Bear, who you'll recognize, actually the same Bear who was on The Woods, I believe, was the name that the team was known as. There's New Age Gladiators. You'll probably recognize Cool Brenman. He's been on this New Age rogue for a little while. He's been on the stream a couple times on that New Age Esports main roster. Obviously now on the Gladiators for this matchup. These teams have had, again, good seasons. They're the 4th and 5th seeds, and both their quarterfinal their round of 16 matches were 4-0 sweeps. So for them, they've had a pretty good time getting to this point. In fact, the only matchup that's been confirmed in the quarterfinals is not even actually, it's not that other match that they were going to play against. The winner of New Age Octane International Nexus will be taking on this team. So let's see how this series goes, as we'll get these teams in the lobby as soon as we can. Let me just get that info for them. And this is a best of 7, all playoff matches. For LOS champs are best of 7. Yeah, pretty fun time when it comes to get your predictions in. But we'll see how well these teams do with that. AEY and New Age Gladiators. Ready for, again, quite the matchup. Our only match tonight here. But it's pretty simple. You lose and you're out. You win, you move to the semifinals. It is how single elimination works after all. We will get these teams in as soon as we can. As again, we'll get things sorted out. Sorry about the delays there. As again, we'll get these teams in any moment here. Get that predictions up as. And we'll get it as Pyro in chat saying Noxie actually hasn't woken up. It's pretty late. Did you just fall asleep early? With that comment, it sounds like it's actually gonna be the roster of Pyro, Cole Brenman, and Unvoiced tonight here on this stream for New Age Gladiators, but the New Age Gaming organization has been on the stream a lot. Recently, they're always on the stream a lot. Always a fun org to watch. On the other side is AEY, and their roster having not changed since last time we saw them, just adding in Bear, and that's it. And that's all that they've had to do as a team, which is very interesting to see teams, stick together after this amount of time. See how well they do with that. But not an easy thing to do. As hello in chat. iJobs, thank you for the hello iJobs, welcome in. Thank you for saying hello. Nice to see you. Again, we're gonna get into a best of 7 matchup here with AEY and New Age Gladiators. Hopefully you're all doing well. My name's SportyFC. Welcome to the Sportiest stream, our one and only match night. Pretty late night when it comes to matches, but should be exciting nonetheless. A best of 7, and this could be a really close one. These teams are have both had pretty good seasons, and I mean, both these teams have reasons to continue playing here, and they both have, again, did really well in that first round. They both look like they're acclimating well to the playoff situation. And we'll wait on these teams. As soon as they're both in, we'll be good to get things going. And just checking if there's anything else I could really talk about. Maybe I could talk about records. I actually should have had that pulled up. 1 second, everybody. But while it's happening, again, get your prediction poll. It is still live. It will be live for a couple more minutes, so might as well get your votes in. And it's about a tier 4. It's like that GC1, like GC1 level, I think. GC1, GC2, maybe more around GC2. It's a pretty interesting situation to be in. As here we go, the records at the end of the season for both these sides, I think, was 4-2. Yeah, it was. AEY and Gladiators both 4-2 on their records, so good on them. Again, they have been relatively solid teams throughout this season. So not too surprising here to see them still doing just that well. Again, it's the Gladiators, a newer New-Age team, so let's see how things work for them. As actually, these teams have actually played each other back in week 3 of the regular season. AEY won that series 3 games to 2, so if that last time these two teams played was going to a game 5, that would be impressive. As I kept saying, what country are you from? Actually, I'm gonna actually take a guess what country you think I'm from, or where you think I'm from. I don't mind. I tell people where I'm from all the time. Take a guess where you think I'm from. Canada. Actually, that's pretty close. Ironically, I'm American, but my entire family's Canadian, so that's good enough. Good enough. But no, I'm American. I'm on the East Coast. Blue, from the U.S. But Canada is probably one of the better guesses I've seen. I've had some weird guesses of people trying to guess my ancestry in the past. But yes, I'm not Canadian actually. I'm American. I was born in the U.S. But again, I basically consider myself Canadian. I mean, with the fact that my whole family's Canadian, I think that's good enough. What are we talking about again? Oh yeah, AEY New Age Gladiators. We'll get into this series in just a moment, everybody. As I'm casting for Skylight, not tonight, but later. You're definitely from New Jersey. I'm not, actually. I live just outside Philadelphia. I'm in Pennsylvania. But Philadelphia is basically New Jersey. You're fine. New Jersey is basically Philadelphia. You're fine. I mean, again, that's basically good enough. Dude recognizes accents very well. Good on you, man. As we'll get these teams in to the lobby here. AEY taking on New Age Gladiators. You're in Vermont. Oh, that's pretty far north. You're well up there in Vermont. There, friendly chatter. And, oh, it's Worthy. Of course. Yeah, Worthy, you're a pretty nice guy. As we'll get these teams in here for this matchup. Actually feels quite relaxed, and it isn't really all that relaxing of a situation. This is the quarterfinals. This is a single elimination. AEY on the blue, New Age Gladiators on the orange, and as I said before, with it being single elimination, you lose and you're out. AEY won last time these two teams played back in week 3 of the regular season. But in this grand playoff structure, a best-of-7 matchup, things definitely can and very likely will change. Will it change enough for it to be New Age on top? I mean, we might see a New Age matchup in the semifinals. On the other side of this, same side of the bracket, New Age Octanes are playing their quarterfinals matchup, and they're expected to win that one. Gladiators, we had a tough road for them, but they can make it happen. It's an open net for Cole Brenman, and that will be goal number 1. And we got some demos in the midfield there. Oh, that definitely created space here. You saw a couple players jumping in, Pybo specifically being a bit aggressive, and you'll love to see that in Rocket League, especially at this part in the season. Defense has just gotten so good, you have to go for demos, especially against other solid teams. It might be enough to, the demos so often are what these top teams don't employ. Being able to do it gets you an advantage over so many of these top rosters. Good Gladiators already showing that they're not afraid of them. Unvoiced. Gets the pop over Kobe. This one will be shot by Cole Brenman, but Peas and Beans will get the block, and you guys will have to move back, although Pyro challenged early, and that net's wide open. Peas and Beans will tie it at 1. AEY on a quick break there, catching Pyro block a bit too slow to that challenge, and it's Peas and Beans all the way. What will be their team's first goal of the series. So far, a good amount of back and forth from either of these sides. It really has been that close efforts from both these teams. And even though these last two goals have been on open nets, you get the sense that they aren't really coming from major mistakes. But more of it has to do with players are going to the ball, as that's going to be another great play from AEY and another goal for them, as the bumps in front allows Kobe to challenge, and fortunately for Cole Brenman, he's outside of his net and he can't really push through that. Out of fear that he could own goal there. His next best bet is to try to drive backwards into it, which is no easy feat, and it just won't happen fast enough. AEY will now lead by 1 with a little over 3 minutes to go. The Gladiators were looking to answer back, but Bear will keep him out. Again, one of the only real new player for AEY this season, coming from the Woods. We've seen him on the stream for the Woods before. Definitely had that, really solid aggressive style. Was definitely a player who could keep his consistency, but he had a good amount of mechanics as well. It's one of the things that really stood out for him on that roster of the Woods, is that he was generally more mechanical than his teammates. But at this level, seeing him kind of sit back a little bit more, he maybe isn't nearly as highly mechanical compared to everybody else as he used to be. Well, often, in situations like these, when you have to get used to a new level, mechanics are probably one of the last things you want to focus on. Because mechanics don't matter if you don't get to the ball. Bear, that's going to be important at this place, especially when these teams are playing just that fast. They're a lot faster, a lot more aggressive, and a lot less forgiving. Have to be careful as infield pass to Pyro, and New Age Gladiators have tied this game up. Unvoiced has picked out his teammate beautifully from that sidewall. It was no easy pass either. He was going the wrong direction at that point. He overshot it, actually, initially. He'll catch up, get his team to tie this game up. Is AEY waiting to clear? This one going long, it will be Cole Brenman to catch up to it, but he's ran out of the boost. Bees and Beans to shoot, and Pyro will get a block in that play. An incredible save. It felt like he pre-jumped that, actually. AEY nearly took the lead there. That was a great opportunity. I'm so surprised that they kept it out here on the side of the Gladiators. This game will stay tied because of it, as Kobe, another clear. AEY, much smarter when they push this ball. The challenge is almost certainly due to a really smart play as Peas and Beans. Oh my goodness. He made that look easy. A second touch over Pyro blocks, and it is AEY who, again, beat this team last time in Week 3, are looking to do it here again in the quarterfinals. Oh, but a mistake off the kickoff. Bear will catch up to it, but AEY nearly paid for that error in a goal. These Gladiators already thinking of ways to get back at AEY, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they do find an answer with how much time's still remaining. Sunvoice down to Pyro. Bear will keep it out, but be New Age who are waiting, passing, but not shooting there with Pyro. It will be AEY just to clear this ball out. It's Bear all alone, but he can make things happen. This one shot off the post for Peas and Beans to complete his hat trick. AEY weren't willing to commit heavily until they saw that this chance from Bear fell through the cracks of the defense. And Peas and Beans was there to capitalize his third goal of the game. And for AEY, some insurance here as time is running out for New Age. When a bad pass means Peas and Beans goes again, and it's another goal for AEY. This game one has fallen apart for New Age Gladiators, but for AEY, it's Peas and Beans leading the way. And in this best of 7 series, so often game one can be ignored, but it's still a game, and it still matters just that much to this series. Well, generally, most series aren't decided by game one. It allows a team to get that momentum, to get themselves that advantage, and it's AEY who's taking every bit of it. New Age, they have struggled a little bit more, keeping in Peas and Beans and his shooting prowess. So many of his shots have not been all that crazy, have not been all that strong, have actually been more of what his teammates have done. He's been assisted a good many times for his goals, so what we've seen from Peas and Beans really has been a lot of the work of Bear specifically, who's been pretty willing to play upfield. And, you know, with that work on offense for AEY, it's nothing crazy, but it is so consistent and it works so well. No wonder they're taking game 1 quite well here. A 5-2 victory. Because they'll be one game closer to getting into those semifinals, into the top 4. See if that will be a possibility. No guarantee, no gimmies for any of these sides. Move into game number 2. New Age Gladiators, again, they just struggled when it came to keeping in that offensive AEY, and really a lot of it was just Bear and AEY. Sorry, Bear and Peas and Beans working together. I mean, Bear has 2 assists. Kobe has 1. The 4 goals that Peas and Beans had. For New Age Gladiators, it's really tough to, you know, choose if they want to focus on a singular player. I really don't know if they can with how AEY has been playing. If you shut down Peas and Beans, they still have Bear to worry about. If they shut down Bear, they still have to worry about Peas and Beans. Gotta think of them as a duo, really. It's the only way to think of it. It means it's gonna be tougher for the Gladiators to stop them, but that's impossible. We'll see if they can maybe make some quick adjustments here into game number 2, but for now it's AEY with the series lead for now. Gladiators will look to answer back. One of the newest teams here for New Age Gaming. A name, again, that has not appeared on the stream before. A lot of what AEY has done so far has been very solid, and again, relying on that offensive Bear and Peas and Beans to work so well. They'll need to continue it. With how the Gladiators are playing, that game win may be a fluke. We've seen it before in these kind of matches. This ball will be cleared away. Peas and Beans, Pyro blocks, will hit it backwards. A pretty heavy touch there, but Cole Brenman will keep him out, and it will be a challenge on Bear as AEY looking to create some offense. Again, I told you, Bear, he's not, you know, he's not known for his mechanics, I would say, but he's definitely got them. And you're gonna see him utilize a good amount of it in this match with a lot of these interesting touches he gets. We just saw him go off the ceiling for one, so this guy has what it takes to make some pretty interesting plays happen. So far, no goals for either side. I mean, it took a while in game 1 to get our first goal, so not too surprising to see it happen here as well. Another challenge. Kobe will keep it out. AEY continuing the challenge, but they're running out of defenders, and these bumps from New Age Gladiators are starting to get a lot stronger and a lot better at infiltrating that back line as Bear's second touch just slowing Cool Brenman, but it has also fooled Kobe. Peas and Beans will not get to it, but neither will the Gladiators, and their shots will stay wide of the net. AEY will hold on for now, but they're getting a real scare here from how well the Gladiators are playing against them. There's another play in the midfield. Unvoiced. That one won't be on target. It'll be AEY to challenge again. Defense simulator for AEY. Will they be able to break out and actually get some plays of their own? You'd think they would, but I mean, so far this game has been New Age Gladiators with a lot more of that pressure and a lot better on the just getting upfield and not giving away. It's a vice grip on AEY at times. And now they have to play defense themselves, and well, they're already low on boost. Bear to take it. This one in front for Peas and Beans, and his shot will be saved by Unvoiced. New Age Gladiators, I'm sure would be pretty thankful that Peas and Beans didn't have more power on that shot, because that very well could have been goal 1 for them. Instead, it's AEY who have to go back to defense, as Bear will see this one away. 2 minutes left. Still no goals here in game 2. These teams have brought the defense to show, but maybe I spoke too soon because some misses from AEY, and there's New Age Gladiators right on 2 minutes flat. It's the miss from Bear. He wasn't even close to that one. And it's New Age Gladiators who I think they recognized very easily there that he had no confidence in making that touch. He immediately went to ground hoping he could get that follow-up save, but when you go up like that, any sort of follow-up is going to be tough to stop. New Age Gladiators with a 1-goal lead. As Unvoiced, this one off the post, saved by Kobe. AEY will keep this one out for now, but at a 1-goal deficit, they'll need a few more chances to go in their favor. Can they make it? Peas and Beans send this one away. Pyro to get challenged by Bear. AEY. Where's their chances down the field? Won't be there from Peas and Beans as he'll overshoot it. Only 1 goal has been scored. It may be all the Gladiators need, but they'll look for number 2. Stopped by Bear. Peas and Beans jumping in. And AEY at this point starting to get a bit more desperate on these challenges. Time is running out for them, and they have to act quickly if they want any opportunities at the end of this game. Because Age Gladiators are not even making it easy for AEY to get even a chance in this final minutes. Nonetheless, multiple chances, what they might need to get that goal back. It will be Peas and Beans in the midfield. Bear beaten by Pyro. Peas and Beans up again. He'll get this one cleared, but Unvoiced will be evading and a miss there. Kobe to chase him down. And AEY on offense. 30 seconds to go. They need a chance. Peas and Beans infield. Pyro will keep it out, and Cole Brenman will get a great pinch down the field just to keep it away. AEY stuttering on the offense. At this point, they may only get one more chance up the field. Time is not their friend, and neither is that touch. Cole Brenman nearly stuck that one in and sealed this game. Still, the Gladiators hold on to the ball as Pyro will keep it high. AEY's got a challenge, but they will not be there in time, and it is New Age Gladiators who have found an answer. That should be that game for now. Game number 2 for both these sides, and again, it's a close series. Might be following a lot of the same bases that we saw, well, that we didn't see it, but that we seen on the record from these two teams in the regular season. Be exceptionally close. A good match to see who will move on to the semifinals. And you know, when these matches get closer, when they get tougher, it really does come down to single individual efforts. What players are going to be the ones that step up, that play clutch in the moments they need to? Game 3 will be a great start for one of these players. If someone wants to step up for the rest of the series, this is a great time to do so. Gladiators will be Cole Brenman. He's already off to a flip reset there, nearly put it on. Maybe he'll be the one to get things going. Definitely seen him play more aggressively last game. Although, to be fair, I think you can say that about the whole Gladiators offensive side, or really just their whole team in general. A lot more pressure, a lot more control. AEY, they're not going to win by heavy margins, that's for sure. If New Age Gladiators are playing this well on the midfield, AEY's got to be smart with how they play. As Kobe's left it, I think Peas and Beans wanted them to take that ball. AEY not on the same page, and they got to be careful here, because here's a whiff. Kobe will keep it out as New Age Gladiators now quick on the attack. Cole Brenman off the corner looking for the net. And he tried to take that chance a bit, maybe a bit greedy there to go for such a tough, low-angle shot, but admittedly, it would catch AEY off no matter how close he was to that net. The fact that he even went for it. Won't go in, and it's AEY. He'll have to wait. It's not a chance. Pyro! That one kept away by Peas and Beans. I don't even know if he saw Pyro jumping for that off that back wall, trying to get that downward redirect. It's one of the sneakiest things you can do on offense, just hiding behind that team's defense. They can't see behind themselves. And so often, you're so laser focused on the ball, what the player on the ball is going to do next. You don't recognize that there's other players around the field that are doing things. That's why demo rotations can be, so obvious at times, and yet still catch players off guard. Not easy to focus on multiple actions as, well, for Gladiators, they're going to be a bit disappointed with that play. AEY is going to take the early lead as Unvoiced, really should have had that one there, and AEY will also get a demo as well on that rotation and make things even better for themselves. As they look to stay one step ahead of the Gladiators. Off the kickoff, New Age has other options. Unvoiced in front. They will get that first chance, and it'll be Pirates trying to keep things upfield. Fair to win it, though. The Gladiators will have to restart from square one. Have to start from very far as they're already in front of that net. The loser is Bear, the dribble, keeping Gladiators backfield. And it's been a lot of Bear creating the offense for AEY. He's, again, not overly mechanical. You're seeing most of his touches quite simple, quite relaxed, and quite general. They're not taking any major risks, and for obvious reasons, you don't want to do that in the playoff bracket, especially with a 1-goal lead. The risks are probably not what AEY is going for. In fact, they probably want to do the best they can to avoid taking any risks, because it might count against them. Half the game to go. We saw last game end in a 1-0. This game might go the exact same way. Again, these games are not decided by much, but that's why you gotta be as clutch as you can be in the chances you get. You won't get many of them, and you've gotta make them count, because every goal matters. As infield there, saved away by Peas and Beans. Now Kobe, the high flick. Cole Brenman will send it back. Peas and Beans will get the reporting touch, and it's a demo in the backfield from the Gladiators that will keep things interesting. Pyro stopped by Kobe. Peas and Beans, a challenge, but he won't get anything of it, and Bear was caught loitering in net. Cool Brenman will tie this up at 1 as Bear. Oh, he almost got bumped by Pyro. No wonder he was stuck in his net. We're gonna make things tougher for him here as a raid coming in from Corporal Monkey Shines. Hopefully you are doing well, my friend. How was your stream tonight? Now we've got an LS Champs quarterfinals matchup between AEY and New Age Gladiators. Hopefully your night's been well, Corporal Monkey Shines. I know mine is going quite well myself, as actually you also had an LOS matchup, Tier 7 2v2. Good on you, man. I hope you enjoyed that series pleasantly. This is Tier 4 3v3. We got a very intense quarterfinal match between two teams that have played each other before this season. It went to Game 5 in the regular season, and this one actually feels like it's going en route to a Game 7 with how close these teams are playing. Every game has been this close. I feel like it's only going to get tougher and tougher for these teams to sneak out those wins. I mean, we're going to have more and more likelihood to see that Game 7 come to fruition, but AEY would love to take the lead here and give themselves that early advantage. Peas and Beans to get that challenge. The Gladiators will have to keep it out. And a challenge from Bear, but it's straight to Cole Brenman. New Age Gladiators, though, not able to break out as a miss from Pyro. Multiple players jumping for the Gladiators. They don't have a lot of boost to work with. That means AEY can attack, but unvoiced off the ceiling. Out of nowhere, he'll get that block for the Gladiators. And now they're bringing in a bit more creativity with how they're playing the defense, the mechanics. Again, not overly utilized. We're seeing this battle take much more of an aerial-based approach. Maybe a boost becoming more on the player's mind. So often you see offenses hit this ball high to waste boost. Maybe that's what AEY has been focused on, but they aren't going to get a chance on that play on offense. They'll go to overtime here in game number 3. These games being decided by very little. It's only fitting we'll have our first of what could be many overtimes in this series. And it's going to end just that quickly, as Peas and Beans will have it there, and I don't know what to say except just an overcommit from the Gladiators as a backflip from Cole Brenman. No wonder they were not in the right position. I think every player on that roster expected Cole Brenman to make that challenge. The fact that he didn't absolutely messed things up, and it's AEY who now takes series advantage again. Over time, they'll get the job done there. But again, only 2 games down. They still have 2 more to go if they want those semifinals matchup against the winner of New Age, Octanes, and Astral Nexus. Go into game number 4. We have not seen a best 7. We've not seen a best 7 series go to a game 7 in a while on this stream. To be fair, best 7s don't happen super often on the stream either, but it's weird to think of things that way, that we have, yet to see too many of those, game 7s that, matches that, again, that these matches are always defined by, it feels, that these championships are always defined by. But credit where credit's due. These teams are playing very close. They're playing very well. Really one of those matchups where you like both sides, but you don't really know who's going to win. And it's one of those things where you know, if you're watching this kind of as a neutral person as I am, so, you know, I can say at least myself, I would love to see both these teams win, but obviously, as you know, that is not a possibility. Someone's gonna win, someone's gonna lose. Game 4 might give AEY the chance to, you know, end the series in Deadeye Canyon Oasis. We'll see if they can do that. But now, though, it's, again, another game where it feels like things are going to start off slow, things are going to start off defensive, and as time goes on, these teams are going to get a little bit better at breaking through, at getting the offense they need. We're seeing the Gladiators, again, employ a lot more demos, and you think if they can time them just a little bit better, they'll get a couple more goals, they'll take over the series on offense. Again, they've just not been timed well enough. And some of these mistakes are really hurting them as Peas and Beans scores another goal this game. My goodness, this guy does not miss when he gets the chances. But again, so often, they're set up by his teammates, mostly in Bear. While it's Peas and Beans who might get all the glory, it's Bear who's really making the chances, and really making them count. As off the kickoff, AEY will attack again. Kobe to the back wall, saved by Pyro. The offense of AEY will continue from here. Cool Brenman. To the back wall, second touch, he's got it! Cool Brenman! Oh yes, that's amazing! New Age Gladiators! They'll even this scoreline up in beautiful fashion. Cool, Brenman. Cool as you like it. That's only goal 1. There may be many more goals to come from both of these sides, and we may see some more uses of those mechanics. Again, these teams have not been all that heavy to use them, as Cool Brenman with another chance that sneaks through AEY. Once again, the utilization of those mechanics this time is pace to add to it and break down the field. The Gladiators now with a lead, all made by Cool Brenman's great offensive counters. Gladiators look to keep this series close, and honestly, I'm all for it with how these teams have played. Unvoiced will be taken away by Bear. Ivo, challenge, Peas and Beans, looking for the bump on Cool Brenman, but he won't get it. And back to Demo the other way, and it's the Gladiators who should have scored on that chance, but a team bump from New Age Gladiators will prevent any such opportunity from being happening. As AEY sends this ball away, this one tapped out, but in comes Kobe, and that net's wide open. No shortage of incredible offense. These teams know how to play. This series might be, again, as I said already, it might be one to go to difference, but honestly, it actually very well is playing like one that's going to go to difference. AEY and New Age Gladiators. No matter who loses the series, they've got to hang their head high here. And the fact that they're playing well. This is a series where really both these teams, you know, deserve to win it at different points. There's no bad team here. It really is anybody's series, anybody's match to take. Right now, AEY have the advantage, but as we've seen, New Age Gladiators are not hesitating to close that lead down. AEY searching on the offense here. Bear off the ceiling. We'll get it to the back wall in front. But Cool Brenman will wait for it, and nobody from AEY was willing to challenge that. They'll wait and let this ball kind of fall to that corner. Peas and Beans challenged by Unvoiced. Cool Brenman now with a touch down the field. Bear's got to keep him out, but he's running low on boost infield. Peas and Beans will send it away. New Age Gladiators will have to try again. As Unvoiced will Look for that fake there, but AEY was all over it. And now they'll go down the field. Their chance to shoot, but that one's kept out. New Age Gladiators will have to play a little bit safer here. It's Kobe. Benman to send it back. It's AEY. More ferocious right now, showing their fangs. They want that lead. They're looking to take it. That chance could have been it. Here's another play, though, as Peas and Beans, unvoiced. Got a beautiful touch and that follow-up as well to boot. Straight to Pyro, and all that AEY has made, they have to make all over again. Peas and Beans going for it quickly. Off the back wall. Won't get that second touch. Much to the relief of the New Age Gladiators. They were just not willing to jump for that. They knew they wouldn't be able to read it. This is quite incredible that this series, and this game specifically, is, you know, this even. I mean, there really is nothing to separate these two sides. They're both doing very well in different things, but overall, you get the sense that there's no team that's better than the other. At least not now. Maybe as the series gets longer, we'll see if there are changes to that. AEY, again, their chance to take match point here in this game is that shot just wide on a cool Benman follow-up, and he's hit it! 18 seconds left. New Age Gladiators have bought themselves another great opportunity off the bumps from Pyro. And the shots from Cool Benman, 3 for 3 in the game, and he needs every single shot to be perfect, because that's what's giving his team the lead. AEY may have been able to get more pressure, but they haven't scored more often. They've had issues with hitting that ball in the back of the net. This game nearing its close. New Age Gladiators will look for one more, but they won't need it. Instead, the clear from AEY will be all that will seal Game 4. This series is tied up at 2. We're guaranteed at least a Game 6 here. I think this series definitely deserves it. I mean, it's been so close. To see these teams go back and forth, I don't think is a surprise to anyone. And I Canyon Oasis are next spots of contention. And what I find so interesting about that game, specifically of the Gladiators, only 3 shots were made, and it all came from Cool Benman, but he scored every single one of them. They're relying on Cool Benman a lot this series. And I mentioned how he's going to be that player that steps up for them. He's doing exactly that, but you do wonder if the fact that he's stepping up so much actually might be a detriment for his teammates, because if they don't show up as heavily, all AEY needs to do is show up themselves, and I don't know if we're going to see the Gladiators, you know, be able to get things working again, because Cool Benman definitely can be silenced by AEY. So you really don't want to rely on one player to lead a team to victory, but admittedly, Cool Benman has been doing it, and he's been pretty consistent at doing it. As we go into Game 5, match point for either of these teams here rests in this game and this game alone. We'll start out with the Gladiators to take it. Here's Cool Benman on the field, and it's saved away. Peas and Beans off of the boost spawn, not the boost spawn, the demo spawn. With some fortunate positioning, we'll keep it out. AEY looking to utilize that bit of fortune to help them out further in this offense. They wouldn't be here without that incredible boost spawn. Not that boost spawn, sorry, that demo spawn. I keep saying boost spawn. And they will get a goal off of it, an infield pass to Peas and Beans. And I'm over here struggling to speak, but AEY is not struggling to put balls in the back of the net. As again, it's Bear to Peas and Beans. I think we're going to see that duo a whole lot more in this series. We've already seen them a lot earlier. Why not see it more often? I mean, these guys continue to link up beautifully in these passes. And if they continue to do that, the Gladiators have not done well to stop them. And Bears' ability to take on players 1v1 has been incredibly strong. Real force to be reckoned with. Again, he has definitely been the blood here of AEY, so to speak, when it comes to this match and its importance and the overall mentality they have. He's got to do a little bit more. No guarantee with a 1-goal lead ever in a match like this. Especially as Gladiators have proven they can come back. But they won't do it there. There's another open net, and oh, Bears missed that completely. AEY should have made it 2 at that point, but Bear maybe didn't think the net was so open. It's AEY who will not get that chance back. The fortunate thing is they're in the lead, but it's only by a solitary goal. That second goal would have been exceptionally helpful for them in their current circumstances. New Age again. Having these kind of flip-flop games, where in one game they seem to have no issues with keeping offense, another game their midfield just falls apart. Feels like we're seeing the second of those 2 options here for New Age this game. Their midfield just is a bit silent, and they really need it because they aren't going to win without it. Because AEY will take chances, they will score goals. It really does come down to New Age Gladiators midfield to prevent those chances, but also to score themselves, and you're just not seeing it when they have lost it here. The second goal for AEY, they'll finally get their 2-goal lead that they deserved a while ago. And it will come, in a great play. It's some good patience from AEY. Again, they're the ones that took that first game and have ever since then had the slight advantage, but only slight because, as we've seen from Gladiators, they are answering back every single game with a win of their own. But can they flip the script? That's a much tougher thing to do. There's the offense of the Gladiators, again the midfield, struggling to hold themselves afloat. It's off the sidewall. Kobe will not have it on target. And it will be New Age to clear this ball away. It's peas and beans. The long clear. New Age Gladiators will push it aside. AEY will look to play a little bit patiently. There's still a little under 2 minutes though. So the pressure is still very much on AEY here to keep that lead intact, and they're still looking to add more to it. I mean, at this point, why not? A third goal surely will, almost guarantee this game for them. It will require them to take risks to do that, and if they give up a goal, well, they're going to be at the mercy of New Age Gladiators' offense. And I don't think they generally want to be in that position. And the Gladiators have shown that they can hold the offense quite easily, so AEY, they'll need a chances! Oh, I can't believe that's in. Kobe's gonna have it. And AEY out of nowhere. Kobe with the sky-high aerial touch, and AEY now 1 goal closer. And again, I said, once they get a third goal, if they get a third goal, it should, in theory, secure this game, and I think it has for them. 3-0 in Game 5 with a little over a minute to go. At this point, it feels like it might be already decided who's going to have match point, a chance to go to the semifinals in Game 6. AEY, always 1 step ahead, 1 play better it feels in this series. Those guys have not been able to take a lead in this matchup. They've always had to answer back to AEY, and while they've done it exceptionally well, they're proving that the series should stay close. It has been them who have had issues taking that lead, taking the first step in any of these matches. They're continuing to have issues as AEY continue to stay a little bit in the lead, a little bit better because of it. It's Kobe challenging in, less than 30 seconds left for the Gladiators. No goals this game, they would love to have at least 1, and this might be it. Unvoiced the pinch, and it will go high. Still a chance for Pivo, and he's got that shot. New Age Gladiators will get 1 back here, just for some momentum's sake. The end of this game. Again, while it might be too little too late, the Gladiators, it might be a goal that can get their confidence back going to Game 6 with their whole season resting on them having to win from here on out. AEY has put them in this position where it's a close matchup, but again, they're always a little bit better. Feels like we might be seeing that again. It went to Game 5 in the regular season. Game 7 looking quite likely. As if Gladiators do respond well, which is something that they have to do going into Neo Tokyo. We'll see if they can do it. It's no guarantee, especially without AEY is playing. If they continue what they're doing, if they continue to have people step up, as a team step up, I don't know if Gladiators will have what it takes to beat them here and move on in the tournament. Both these teams taking their time in between these games. Get a sense that maybe a little bit nervous. I mean, I mean, I can't blame them for that, that's for sure. I mean, for AEY, they know, again, with this being their toughest match of the season, probably, as of yet, at least it's one of them. They know it's going to be tough. They know no, again, easiness here when it comes to how these teams are playing. AEY, one game away from moving to the semifinals, taking on the winner of New Age, Octanes, and Astral Nexus. Yo, Tokyo, Game 6, many series have ended here, short of that Game 7. The Gladiators, they have to go to Champions Field if they want any chance to move on in this bracket. AEY, they can end it right here in this matchup. And I think to prevent themselves the risk of losing the series and the pressure that Game 7 always brings to teams. It's going to be on AEY's mark to get this one early. And already a great starting chance. Cole Benman will be there as Unvoice gets a block, but he won't get that one. Peas and Beans given credit. As AEY already starting off with some incredible shooting. Oh, he actually got bumped into that shot. What a weird play that is, but he'll take it, that's for sure. AEY up by 1 early on here in Game 6 with a chance to take the series and move on in the tournament. Reminder, the loser of this matchup is eliminated from the season. So no matter how good these teams are playing, only one can move on. AEY looking to prove that they'll beat this team again. What a time to do it here as I didn't feel pass and nobody else there but Bear. AEY double their lead to 2 as Peas and Beans finds his teammate, a reversal of the usual roles we've been seeing this series. Usually it's the other way around, Bear assisting Peas and Beans. But Peas and Beans will make the pass there that is just perfectly in place for Bear, and he's not missing that net from that range, especially with no defenders in front of it. Oh, yeah, great start for AEY, looking to redo what they did in Game 5 and do it all the same as Kobe nearly had that one. Second touch, just a little high. Now Bear goes for it in front. Cool Benman will clear it out. Kobe will send it back in. A bump in front, and this net's wide open. In his Peas and Beans, and that's his second of the game. AEY continue the scoring as Kobe went all in on Pyro and just destroyed him from that challenge. Peas and Beans welcomes himself back to the scoring again this game. Again, we have seen a good amount of that from Pyro. I haven't mentioned it too much, his demos, because oftentimes he has sometimes put them, oftentimes he's put them at the wrong time, but when it is at the correct time, not Pyro, sorry, Kobe. We mentioned a lot about Pyro's bumps. Kobe himself has been going for a lot of it as well, trying to match him. And again, while oftentimes he seems to place them at the wrong time when they do work, AEY almost always scores off of them, so it's working for AEY. They're not going to change it, that's for sure. The Gladiators, they've got to find something new, something to hold on to. Would it be Cool Benman? He's been clutch for them in the past in this series, but it'll be a full team effort if they have any chance of taking this game. As Peas and Beans bumped off by Pyro, but Bear 60 boost in the tank. At 50 will keep things low as Kobe will not get the challenge in time. New Age Gladiators will look for some offense. Pyro, quick shot, that one just high as Bear was not ready for it, and nobody on AEY was ready for it, but they will be ready for this. Peas and Beans ran out of boost before he could challenge Pyro. It will be New Age Gladiators who will keep the ball in their possession, although not in the offensive half. They'll keep it anyways. Here comes Cool Benman, and it's a clear back by Bear. Peas and Beans waiting for it. Instead, we'll go for the bump on Pyro. Doesn't get him, but he forces them to jump, and AEY we'll look closely. This game still feels far from over for AEY. They're still playing that same aggression. They aren't changing a single thing about their playstyle. So rare to see teams do it at this level, especially with this much on the line. The 3-goal lead. Generally, this is about when teams start to make that, that change to the defensive. AEY has not done that. They're still just as aggressive as they have been, and they'll just continue shooting on the net, as now a second goal from Bear in this game. AEY running away with it here. We have not seen any team really take control of a game this heavily yet this series, but AEY are doing it and looking to end this one short of that Champions Field that so many of you have wanted to see. It's AEY who are able to convert on their chances, but it's a back play by New Age Gladiators, a response from Cool Brenman, and they're one goal closer to making what would be quite an improbable comeback, but you can't say it's impossible at this level with this much time left. New Age Gladiators definitely have the ability to come and take a couple goals. We will see if they can do it. It's quite unlikely, but the playoffs, sometimes you have to rely on the unlikely, as that's an unlikely whiff. But what's not unlikely is Bear scoring that one, and AEY immediately answering back is a mistake from New Age Gladiators. Courtesy of Pyro will give Bear probably his easiest goal of the series so far. In it, completing his hat-trick as well for this game. AEY continue the scoring as if nothing happened. New Age Gladiators will... Well, they can't make those mistakes all that often. It's Pyro to the back wall. Kobe bumped off, but Peas and Beans will be there. AEY, a challenge incoming from Bear, and he'll get the beat, but Gladiators will have to wait back. Fortunately for them, Bear will just slow this play down. He's wasting precious seconds with these 50s. AEY know that what they're doing. It's just wasting time. And the Gladiators are not going to get many chances in this game already with only a minute to go. They're going to get even less when AEY continue to play keep away. But maybe a chance here for the Gladiators. Pyro in front, a mess in there, but no shot on target. The Gladiators without a lot of boost, they won't have much better to do than just to sort of slow this play down and gather it back. They've actually done that, but Cool Brenman has hit it the wrong way. He can only get it so far. As AEY pushing the Gladiators to their brink, and the Gladiators are not able to keep the rotations. Time running out for the New Age side. AEY have beaten them before. They'll look to do it again here in the quarterfinals. In fact, it seems almost guaranteed they'll do it again in the quarterfinals, with this game being a 4-goal difference with less than 30 seconds to go. AEY, just a matter of time at this point for them. Bear off the ceiling at the 50 on Pyro and on Cool Brenman. And AEY will go all the way back as a challenge from Kobe in the midfield unvoiced will be saved away, and as time ticks down, that clear from Peas and Beans will guarantee the win. AEY will take the series in Game 6, knocking New Age Gladiators out of the running. They're moving on to the top 4 to the semifinals, and it has been Peas and Beans and Bear to lead on the offense. Kobe to complete the roster in its entirety. And it's AEY who are just a better team tonight, who are the team that takes down the Gladiators once again. This win is theirs, and theirs only in Game 6. Well, I would have loved the series to go to Game 7. It had all the markings of a close matchup that we saw from these two teams before. Again, what a match we have seen here. Again, just incredible action. And it's AEY who will take that win at the end of it. There's no guarantees for them to, get these wins, but I'm sure they'll be, again, exceptionally proud. The last time we saw this AEY side was quite a long time ago, so see them back and to see that, again, with this change in Bear only getting better and better, it'd be a good thing for their future in the bracket as they continue onward. I see a little Verzinka with the follow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Sportiest stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Just ended off our series with AEY taking on New Age Gladiators 4 games to 2. And joining us to talk about it is the AEY captain in Kobe. A 4-2 victory going to the semifinals. This roster hasn't gone through that many changes, but you guys are still at the top of your division. How does it feel to once again get to the top 4 to get quite a nice playoff run going for you guys?
Yeah, it's a good run. That was a really good matchup. That's a hell of a team. Had a really good matchup against them in the season too. So hats off to them there. they're pretty spectacular. But feels good. Feels good to be back in the semis. We missed out last season, but yeah, we're back. Feels good. Uh, you're right. Not too many roster adjustments, but we roll a little bit at a time, and well, we're still here.
Oh, we should talk about that roster adjustment. Adding in Bear, his work was crucial to that series. Without Bear, you weren't winning this series. He really was the player to create the offense. What has it been like adding in a player like Bear, who's got the mechanics, but so often he's just a good team player?
Bear is the epitome of consistency, and adding him has been very crucial. He's also really good for us mentally. He doesn't get rattled much, and I'd say Pease is really good at that too. Uh, but yeah, Bear does a really good job of keeping us calm, keeping us on rotation, and yeah, he's just all around consistent player for us. And you're right. Without him, we do not emerge victorious in that series.
Another thing that I mentioned that's kind of a fun little storyline coming into the series, the fact that you've taken down New Age Gladiators before, but it went to Champions Field in the regular season. What, for you guys, it didn't go the same, but it was still a close matchup. What was it by the end of that series that kind of tipped you guys over the edge to, dominating the Gladiators in that final matchup? Because that was quite unexpected how the rest of the series had gone by.
Honestly, I think we got a little bit more comfortable. We upped our speed a little bit, which allowed us to control the ball a little bit more. And when we controlled it a little bit more, we were able to get a few more bumps and demos to create some goal scoring opportunities, which honestly they did a really good job of early in the series. Uh, but yeah, we picked it up a bit, got a little bit more control, and created some good opportunities. I'd say.
Hey, your next matchup against either New Age Octanes or Astral Nexus, neither of those matchups are guarantees, and with a very likely chance it's going to be New Age Octanes you got to play against. I may have just cursed it, who knows? But with either of those teams playing, that you guys play against, what are you guys going to do? Because in the semifinals, you very well might have to go against a team that is expected to take you down and take you down quite quickly. And again, the likely chance is going to be New Age Octanes that you have to play against. What is kind of going through your brain now, knowing that that's probably the team you're facing off against?
Yep, they've had a pretty dominant season. I haven't looked in too
They're
much
undefeated. They're
of
undefeated.
them. Yeah, they might be under the same org as the team we just
They are.
played,
They are.
and
All teams named
so
New Age are under the same org. They're under the same
yeah.
org.
So and the team we just played was a really good team, and this other team hasn't lost yet. So not sure what to expect yet, but I feel like we've been pretty good in the past against teams that should or that you would conventionally on paper say would obliterate us. We tend to hang tough, if not win those matchups. So not gonna call a specific result yet. I don't know enough about them, but we're gonna be ready. We feel confident in our team and our roster right now, and I guess we'll see what happens. But we're feeling good, ready to go. We're ready to continue this run. But I assume it's going to be we're going to have our work cut out for us. That's what I'm
Yeah,
expecting.
I think you say it very well there. Yeah, no matter who you play against, it's gonna be tough. But we'll
You got
see
any
how
intel?
Intel. I mean, they're a very good roster. There's a reason they're undefeated. I've seen this team before.
Fair
There's a
enough.
reason they're the number one team in this bracket.
Yeah.
There's a reason they're so good. They're the only team that's not lost yet, and for good reason. This is a solid roster.
Hmm.
So good
Fair
luck
enough.
in that matchup. Again, if you play against them,
Thank
there's
you,
a
sir.
chance Astral Nexus does beat them,
Yeah,
but
you never know.
you never
You
know. Maybe you
never
play
know.
Astral Nexus, which means that now you have to play against a team that beat the undefeated side. So
Right.
again,
Right.
no easy matchups for you guys here. But I
Exactly.
don't know
This
what
deep into the
we expect.
season. Right. This deep into the season, you're gonna have to work for everything you get.
Yeah, but for now, again, you guys should be pretty happy. You get to take your win here. You get to relax for the rest of the week and get ready for that next matchup next week in the semifinals. Congratulations on your win here, Kobe, and to AEY for joining on the stream after a very long amount of time off. But see you guys again. Is there
Yeah.
any last things you want to say? Any shout outs before you're going to go and probably maybe take a nap? It's pretty late.
It is getting a little late, but shout out to my teammates, Peas, Bear, and Super Sub Seb. And thank you, Sporty, for another cast. You're always a class act. Shout out to my wife who puts up with my Rocket League addiction, and my parents. Well, my mom and my dad who recently died. So shout out to both of them. Hopefully, everything's going well in whatever the afterlife actually is for that guy. But thank you very much, Sporty. Always a pleasure. Always great to be on stream. Have a great rest of your evening.
You too, Kobe. Have an amazing rest of your evening. Good luck in the semifinals.
Thank you.
And that was Kobe there of AEY joining in for that little matchup, a Game 6 win. And yeah, Seven chat said it very well. Looked very close series until Game 6. It was very close series until game number 6. But I will end off our night. I know we're going to get a raid in somewhere. Who are we raiding? Who's live right now? We'll get a raid going here to end things off. Again, thank you all so much for joining the sportiest stream here tonight. Hopefully you all had a great time. And again, thank you so much for joining this match. Congratulations to AEY on the win. For now, have a great night. We'll see you guys again very, very soon.